Okay, you're all set, and I will get the host over to you, Theo. And if anything comes up, just let me know.
All right, we'll do. And see. So did that spreadsheet help everyone? I tried to make it color coded a little easier for people to manage if they didn't make it onto the website. You should be able to see every single one of the items that were put up onto our agenda, and then I have a number of columns hidden. But if you go through and unhide those columns, you'll be able to find pretty much all of the data that was in every single one of the requests for funding. So I guess, could we start out with either Joyce or Nora? I forget which one of you said that you knew who had sort of come to the well before and asked for funding previously. Could you
It,
identify those repeats so that we can kind of knock them down the list?
it must have been Nora because this is my first year.
Okay.
Well, hi, this is Nora. There are people who have come from time to time, but I have never really kept track of who keeps coming
Okay.
because it really has to be, I think, on the how much of a project, in other words, if they keep coming to us, but it's an item strictly in Bridgewater for Bridgewater, it seems unreasonable to dictate that we're not going to fund you anymore. And so, I mean, it's the ones you've probably you're a Bridgewater resident, so you probably already know the ones that have been um, doing events here and have probably been here multiple times. But again, the reason they've been funded in the past is because they tend to do the work strictly here in Bridgewater and for the town of Bridgewater. And
Okay.
okay, so
Okay.
I was gonna say like the only one I recognized was BCCR, or not even BCCR rather. I know they were on there, but the only one I recognized was Jacqueline asking for money for the community center dance, but that just started last year, and that is specifically for folks in Bridgewater. So
Right.
for me, it's like, why would we shut that down when I went to it last year? It was incredible. I would love to see that happen again. So yeah, I don't think like just because they've done it again means we shouldn't if it services Bridgewater.
Right. No. I didn't mean that. I guess
Oh, I know
what I
you
was
didn't.
looking for was more like,
Yeah.
let's try to find some of the criteria for which we could sort of be able to sort these a little bit easier. But if that's not the case, we can go line by line. I have no problems with that.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but there were a number of requests for things that have already taken place.
There, I did notice that, and I made like note of that, or like just kind of cross things off. Like I made like a yellow or red, and I just took off anyone who exactly there were events that already are not even capable for us to fund.
I think we can still fund them because of our situation. We'd have to check with the Mass Cultural Council because you can fund kind of after the fact because we never had a vote, we never had an approval,
Yeah.
we never even started the process. So people who have requested funds from us may not need to be penalized for the fact that we didn't have our act together in time.
Though some of their events though were said that they should have already like some of them were saying like last week or something. So I just was thinking those could be ones we just take off the board at all because
Well, so I think what Nora is saying though is that we can go back and fund them if we really want to. So what we could
okay.
do is maybe prioritize those as lower down on our list.
Yeah.
If you want. But I guess what I'm trying to figure out is just how do we want to go through this? If we want to go through it line by line, I have no problems with that. It's just probably going to take us a while to get through 48 items, and I want to be cognizant
Yeah.
that, you know, everybody's time is being respected. So I don't know how much time we all have to discuss this. So
Yeah.
So I
I
guess
think maybe, were there any like no's? Like, did anyone have anything like, I don't know, I'm not trying to step on your toes, but like, was there anything that anyone was just like, absolutely not? Like, that might just be an easier place to begin if we just know anything we don't even want to consider.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, we
one item I saw, it seemed to be more for a mental health, and that,
The sorority one,
Oh, I didn't know he was the real deal, and,
Nora?
I'm sorry?
No,
No,
I
that
think it
wasn't
was-
me. That
Somebody-
was Joyce. That was
yeah, I
Joyce
think it was
speaking.
Joyce that was speaking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody has, I can't tell if someone's talking or if somebody has like people behind them talking. 'Cause it,
I do. I'm sorry about that. I'll
no,
mute.
no. I was just not sure who had said anything. It sounded like someone had said something about the sorority one.
no, I didn't.
Okay, then
Joyce-
never mind.
Joyce said something about the mental health one. So here, let me.
That was the sorority. They
Was that
asked
the
for
sorority? Okay.
$3,500 for their mental health seminar.
Okay, so I apologize again for this being a lot of data on the screen all at once, but I'm gonna move over to the descriptions here really quick, and this is a large wall of text, so bear with me. There we go. This should be a little bit easier to see. So if we go down here and look for do mental health.
Like I said, it is the sorority, so I don't know if you put sorority in, if that comes up faster, or Beta Kappa Chi or whatever one it is.
See, I can look that up through here too. So close this applicant.
It might be easier just to look at the actual grant list, because I know it had them
Yeah.
all.
Okay, so wait a minute. Here, I found it. It's
Okay.
line 34. Right. So, mental health conference program's been holding over the past several years. So it will probably help to go back to our sort of 5 core tenets of what we were looking to put forward here. So this was last year's. Here we go. And I can make that bigger for you all. So just as a refresh of this, the criteria were artists and STEM individuals or groups that are residing in Bridgewater for projects held in Bridgewater. Events are to be held here. Events are ones that Bridgewater residents would likely attend and have no cost to do so. Other events could be ones which residents might attend and have nominal fees or offset fees for the cost, and then demonstrate that they're of interest to Bridgewater residents. So
When we were all going through, like, did everyone go through them already and kind of make a decision on how they feel about them? Because if that happened, it may not be crazy for us to go line by line on this, because then we can just vote.
Well, I already made up my mind, so I'm all set.
I did too. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, like, I'm glad we're talking about this one because this was one that was just a no for me. But I've already gone through them and know how I feel about them. So if everybody did that, I think Theo, to your concern about time, it may not be if we know.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's just hit these kind of line by line then.
The only concern I had was just about like, because obviously, like, kind of where you were coming in, like, wait, we had to vote for minutes and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how much we're starting with money wise. So my only thought was, obviously we could just vote on what we want to do and then maybe think about like the actual finance. Like, I don't know if we need to actually consider the financial piece of that right this second too, like how much we're awarding each of them.
So I don't think we have to decide how much. I mean,
Okay.
obviously this is all on our own, so we can kind
Yeah.
of pick and choose what we want to do here. I don't mind going through each of these and having sort of an up and down vote.
Yeah.
And just see where we're at with all of those, and then we can sort of dole out the money as it goes along. I do
I
have
think
this.
that's easiest.
Okay. All right. So then
In my
let's do
opinion,
that.
everybody else
I
agrees.
will go to the 45 submitted, and we'll just go one by one.
Oh, and they're an odd number, so this is good for voting.
All right. So first one up here is Applause Academy. Their project overview was doing performing arts shows in, let's see, where was the,
I think Taunton.
okay.
yeah,
they're-
it's in Taunton.
But I
Okay.
would go to Taunton for this.
I was pro this as well.
Mhm.
I was
I
EA.
was too.
Okay. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I will have my spreadsheet over on the side here, and I'm just gonna record. So that sounds like there were 3 yeses for this one. So I will mark that as pending approved.
Yeah,
Um,
they weren't asking for an insane amount either.
Well, they have a large budget for themselves, so it's like, you know, what were they asking for?
I think it was 1,000.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess every little bit helps. It's just kind of crazy that they asked for 1,000.
Did you see the Philharmonic one? That one made me
Yeah, that
my eyes budge out of my head. $1 million
Well,
for Plymouth Philharmonic.
you know, it's funny. My wife is a program manager and I'm a systems engineer, working out of Hanscom Air Force Base, and I don't even want to begin to describe the amounts of budgets I've
I
seen.
wouldn't want to know. Yeah, I can only imagine.
So all right. Let's see here. All right, so that one I've marked pending approved. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this one is New England Trumpet Workshop. They're requesting 1,000.
I don't remember if this was one where the date had already passed.
I don't think we need to consider whether the date is passed or not. Just sort of an up and down whether or not we would.
I was
want to-
no on this one.
I
So I
would
don't know
be
about
no.
anybody else.
This is Nora. I'd vote yes.
I vote yes.
Okay.
Joyce, did you have a feeling
I
on this
said
one?
no. I said, I had a no for this one.
Okay, so I think I was leaning yes. Based on it, I really appreciate music. But let's see, where were they going to do this at Bridgewater State University. I
Yes.
feel like it being part of the university that does kind of hit a soft spot for me. So I'm going to say yes on this one. And we'll figure out how much money maybe this gets a little bit less than what they're asking for. So, okay. Moving on to the next one. Oh, one of the things that I did take into consideration for when I was making my choices was whether or not the organization was nonprofit or not. I know that that's not, you know, a huge criteria for some, but I felt that if you're making profits off of things, it's not as clean for me to say we're going to give, you know, city funds to that. So that was one of the things, just to be open and honest about how I kind of graded on my own.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I went through it as when they asked me why I wanted to join, part of my reasoning was to like find funding for more activities for folks who are of my age in town. So I had more like want to approve of things that I would like people my age in their 30s or older, or just adults may want to partake in, because so many of them may be just so geared towards children. So yeah, I mean, I think you have
Right.
to have whatever it is that you make your decisions on.
All right. So Winter Valentine's Day, I'm sure this one has passed.
I was a no on that.
I was no because it had passed.
Okay.
Same.
And for Nora, I'm on a yes because the senior center, this guy came in if he did the event already, or, then the senior center would have had to have come up with some sort of money. So I don't know if they actually did the event or not.
Okay. So this will be a question for the applicant. We can check in and see whether or not this was already done, and if it was, did he utilize the venue? Let's see, the Cole Yeaton Senior Center. If they did do that at the senior center, then it might be worthwhile to send that money back to the senior center. Matt?
I say
I
yes.
would change my vote to yes if that's the case.
Okay. So I'm putting down that we're going to question if event happened and if it happened at the senior center.
Okay.
And if it did, then we can say yes to it. If not, then we can go back and figure that out. All right, next, B Community doing their queer open mic.
I was a yay on this.
So was I.
And I am.
Okay.
No.
All right, pending approved.
So, how many no's were there?
I don't think there were any. I would vote yes on this one. So
Okay,
okay. Black Hat Brew Works. Okay, so this was, I think, one of the only for-profit organizations. So I was a little.
Strong no from me.
Agreed for me. Nora says no.
okay, so that's a no?
It's a no.
Joyce, are you voting no?
I had down yes, because a lot of Bridgewater residents do go there.
I had yes as well for that reason.
Okay. Well, I will.
And I like the idea of supporting local businesses.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Then I will say yes, pending approved. I don't know that I feel comfortable giving them the full value of that.
No,
Which
I also did a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and put in different offers.
Okay. If you guys did, manipulate the spreadsheet that I had, I would love to see your guys' spreadsheets, and sort of collate them together when I get the opportunity. I say we keep chugging along with this, but whatever data you have, please feel free to email me. I'm happy to take that in there. I know that they don't want us communicating too much outside the meetings, but I think a sharing of just sort of data points like that isn't running afoul of anything. And since no decisions will be made off of that, it will just be me putting that data together and collating it together. I don't think that there's going to be a problem.
Okay,
If you don't mind, this is Nora. I just want to give you a little background on this item, this Black Hat Brew Works. Originally, this was part of the Music Alley project that was spearheaded by Mary Lee Kenny in the alley downtown next to the old downtown, the old town hall. And because of the number of people and the food truck and all that, it became difficult. And that's what I was told. It became difficult for them to hold those events there at Music Alley. And Black Hat volunteered to allow Music Alley to kind of move over there to help with it. And we had a member last year who was on the board of directors for the Music Alley that assisted in the movement of this over to Black Hat Brew Works. So my feeling is they have now kind of like turned it into a profit-making entity for the brewery over there. And I'm not entirely sure what goes on now with the existing Music Alley that is next to the town hall, the old town hall down, the way that was done. So there was a little discussion about that. And as you can see, we do have a Friends of the Music Alley, which is nonprofit, and they still will be going over to doing some material at the Music Alley downtown, and then more of it going over to Black Hat Brew Works as well. And they're looking for $6,000 for that. And then they're also looking for the secondary grant for $1,500. But in any event, they're still having the events up there, which is a profit-making entity.
Well, it's just that they're using the music to sell beer. Unfortunately, that's what.
Exactly. Exactly.
And it's no different than, a restaurant hiring a band.
Right.
They-
Right. And in that case, why don't we just fund every single bar downtown and tell them as long as you have somebody on a stool, we can do that. And that was not the original intention of that project. So that's my 2 cents. And yes, we've funded them repeatedly in the past years, along with Bridgewater and Tiffin Brass Society. And
I got a soft
Yeah.
spot for them
So
too.
there's-
I can't help
I
it.
know.
I live
I
right
know.
next to town hall. I love coming out my door for the 4th of July parade and they start going. Oh boy, it gets me.
Well, it gets everybody going at the parade, So
Oh
that's
yeah, I love it.
anyway. So I just wanted to give
I
you a little history. Last year, I was on the Cultural Council, and I was quite supportive of the Music Alley, but not really. And then they kind of moved it over to the brewery, and that made me quite unhappy after the fact, because we're not supposed to be, funding alcohol and things like that. So if you look in the Mass Cultural Guidelines, that's one of the things that they don't allow for us to fund. So,
Right.
all right, so just putting it out there. So if they're going to, I would think maybe looking at the secondary grant that's put out by the board, the Friends of Music Alley, then they are saying they're going to do music at the alley downtown and over at Black Hat Brew Works.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's great. So, All right, so I think I'd like to understand a little bit more about what they're meaning by live music for the community, and whether or not all that money goes to the music and not the brewery itself. Like I said, that was kind of one of the things that like I was concerned about, was seeing it was a for-profit organization and knowing, you know, it's the brewery. Um, what what are they trying to do? I don't want to recoup the brewery's sort of, you know, business costs for that, because they're not really it's not really skin off their back. It's more of a draw for them. It's more of a benefit, if anything, if they have live music. So if the money is going entirely to the musicians, and those musicians are like Bridgewater musicians, and I could maybe understand that, but like, yeah, I think there's a little more information to be gathered on that one. Okay. All right. So, the July 4th brass band.
I am
Uh,
pro, yes. On
Yes.
that.
That would be a yes.
Is it unanimous?
Unanimous.
All right. Pending approved. Perfect. All right. Next one down. DEI, what it is and how to champion it in schools. This one, project overview. It's a Zoom panel of discussion consisting of parents, students, educators. So
I
this was
was
going.
nay on this mostly because I just don't know what their plan. Like, I'm not against DEI in any capacity. I just don't know what their plan to do is. It just says it's on Zoom, and I didn't quite get what the program would entail.
The date was also January 28th.
That was part of it as well. Yeah, I know we weren't considering that, but I did consider that. So
Right. So it would have taken place via Zoom.
I had a yes on it until I saw the date.
I was leaning yes myself, but I didn't think that 700 was a fair amount, because a Zoom call
it's
uh
free.
yeah, is right. So I mean, it would be paying the time
The
for
person.
yeah, the person to be holding it. So uh
And again, it's just like I wish I knew what they were doing. Like, I wish I just had a little bit more understanding. Like, I'm all for that being something we do. I just don't know what they're doing to do that. So
okay. So how about this? I'll put this down as information gathering. And we'll revisit after we ask the applicant what happened, and you know what they were really seeking from that. So because it does
Cool.
seem like it's a Bridgewater local who put this together. So
it was Beryl. Yeah, she is. She's
okay.
So this is Nora again. There's just, I'm like Nora bring down here. The only thing on this that's an issue is we have to make sure that it's fully accessible to anyone that wants to attend these events. Not everyone might
It's
have
only for K
access
through
via
12.
Zoom, you know what I mean? So, but regardless, you have to make sure that, everybody has access to it. And even when they do a K to 12, it still involves that technically someone could just come to that event throughout the community.
Okay, I'm glad. Thank you for putting that, because I was like, well, if we're using that, then there's a lot of things you got to reconsider there. But no, I
Yeah,
hear you on that.
absolutely. Like if it's a place that's not handicapped accessible, we can't
Yeah.
really, we have to be cautious about those. So,
Right.
I like that mentality.
so, okay.
Okay. All right. So I've put that down as pending information. Let's see here. Sorry, I was just making sure that
Winter Wonderful.
Yep, Winter Wonderful.
I'm yes.
Nora is a yes.
Okay.
I had a yes, but again, the dates, 11/24 to mid-February.
No, but Winter Wonderful will be next year.
Right. This is 2025 they're saying. Oh no, it's so this would have
Are the
this would
dates
have
wrong?
already happened at the
Yeah.
Bridgewater Common.
Oh, was it for this past? It couldn't have been for this past, was
November
it? Oh,
24.
oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna say no because I had said no on things that the date was off, so I'm gonna change my mind. Oh wait, but you said we weren't thinking about the date.
Right.
I'm still gonna say yes. So never mind. I lied.
I'd just like to know, when did these take place, because I don't remember seeing.
Winter Wonderful is the lighting of the lights in the common every year.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you've
Oh,
seen
then
it.
yeah, no, I saw it. Then yeah, no, I think I'm a full yes on that. I love the lights. I
Yeah,
wish we had more
me
things
too.
like that.
So I think we're unanimous on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think when I
Rem-
saw it, I just assumed it was for next year because it
Plus
already
we have
happened.
hot chocolate, right?
Oh yeah, of course. You gotta.
I want them to start doing a Halloween version of that. I feel like we're in the right place for it.
Oh.
Awesome.
Don't say things that I want to see at all. Again, I live literally in the center of town, so I absolutely love any.
I
love it.
think I actually toured the house you're talking about. Was this back in
Really?
like
Five Library Place?
23?
Yeah, Five Library Place, right next to
yep.
the library.
Yep.
Yep.
My wife and I were
That's my
considering that
house.
place.
Well, sorry, because it's mine.
It's okay. We found one that we're happy with, so.
Beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it there. But yeah, no, we're right in the center. It's great.
Hi, everyone. You know this is going to be on BTV later, right?
Oh, well, they already know where I live anyways.
I
ran
was
for
gonna
town
say
council
our
last year.
addresses are public for
I
the
know.
group.
Yeah,
so.
I ran for town council last year. It was published everywhere, so they know. And if anyone's watching it, then good. Then even better. That just gives them something to talk about. But yeah, I'm a yes.
Okay. Moving on to which one was this? Project overview.
I think it's the Peace, Bridgewater International
Yes.
City of Peace.
International City of Peace, Bridgewater.
Yes. All right. So how was everybody voting on this one?
I said yes.
I said yes.
Yes.
All right. Pending approval. Easy peasy. Next on the list is BSO Youth Concert.
I had this as a yes.
I did as well.
I'm a yes.
All
I'm a
right.
yes.
Is that a unanimous one too?
That is a unanimous one. Puppet story time with Lee Balzer.
I said yes.
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 Yes. And Haley?
I'm trying to, I'm just, what number was this? I just have the Excel that would break down for you. What
yeah.
number was this on there?
This was public library. It was
Number
item
11 I
14,
have.
or the number is 11 on there. It's line
11.
14.
Oh, I had a yes. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. It just, some of them don't have the names after a certain point and just says
Yeah,
nonprofit. Yep,
I don't
got
know
it.
how that clipped off, but it did.
Oh, I'm
okay.
not looking at yours. Unfortunately, it would be nice. I know it was sent to everyone. I'm looking at just like what you could download from the Mass Cultural Council, but
Gotcha.
it's not you. Not you.
All right. So pending approved. Perfect. Moving on to the next one. Rainham Marching Band fall season support.
I said yes.
I did as well.
Yes.
Matt?
Yes. I only wish Bridgewater had a marching band.
Me too.
I was in marching band. It was great, so it's too bad.
All right. SpongeBob the musical.
I was a no on that.
I said yes, but the dates were last December.
And this happened at the Bristol Plymouth Regional Technical School.
Yeah,
So this one, it didn't seem like this was
It
close
didn't
enough.
seem like something that would, yeah, it sounds like exactly. Yep.
Yeah, it felt like it was a little out of the way for Bridgewater residents to be there, and I don't remember seeing a whole lot of advertisement
I've
around
never seen
town.
advertisements for their shows at like anywhere local. Like I've never like I go to local theater when I see stuff around town, and I've never seen anything for their shows around. So like I probably would go for that, but I just am a no.
Right. Okay. So I will put this one as a pending denial. Okay. Sorry, I think that was no's from enough people, right?
Yeah, I got a no.
Okay. All right. Arts and music at Christ Church.
I was a yes on this.
when I looked at it, it seemed to have already fully funded.
Well, and this took place at Brockton, so I was kind of a no on this just because it wasn't. We have so many churches around our area. I don't. Why would it have taken place in Brock? I mean, I guess I know why it would have taken place in Brockton, but um, I was kind of no just for the location of it, not because of anything much more than that. But so I think Haley, you said yes. What were the other votes?
I said
Nor-
no.
Oh, go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry. This is Nora. I say no.
I'd say no.
Okay. All right. So I said no. Think we'll go with pending denied on that one.
That's it. So
Uh,
there were 4 no's and 1 yes.
Yeah. Bridgewater Chess Club.
I was a yes.
I was a yes.
Nora is a yes.
I'm a yes.
Okay. Yep. They meet in there. So pending. Okay. Film music, ornithology, summer horn ensemble.
I was a no.
I was a no.
Nora is no.
Right. Foxborough and Norton. Yep.
Yeah,
I
I
will
know.
say pending denied on that.
Yeah, like if we're saying Brockton's too far, we're like Brockton's like just little Bridgewater. Like the Foxborough
Yeah, no,
is
I
not
agree with
happening.
that. Foxborough's a
Well, I guess
little
not
out there.
little Bridgewater, but it's part of it, you know. It was one time at one point.
All right. Cranberry Coast Concerts Holiday Concert Tour.
I was a no.
I was a no.
Nora's a no.
Okay. I'd have liked to know what their venue was, but I will say pending denied. We have enough no's. Okay. Next one. Stream Ahead Summer Series.
That's the Children's Museum, correct?
Yes,
Yes, Easton's.
I am a yes on that.
I said yes.
Yes, indeed.
And Nora says yes.
All right. Sorry, Microsoft just wanted to flash fill every single cell on my. All right. On to the next one. Friends of Music Alley. I was gonna say yes to this just for Music Alley.
I was a
I
yes.
think yes, but I don't think we should try and come up with the full 6,000.
No, 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 no.
We could also suggest to them that their project could be modified to only include the performances at Bridgewater Music Alley.
I
Just
second
one
that
of those
idea.
things. That was the intention of the whole development of the Music Alley,
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
Okay, so pending approved, we will probably cut the funding. But we'll figure out that one there.
But we are going to fund something.
Yes, I think we will fund it. Maybe not for the full 6,000, but we will fund that. Sicily Carew Paradigm. This is Fuller Craft Museum.
I
Thank
said
you.
no.
I was a yes.
No.
I'll say no, it's in Brockton.
Okay. All right.
So we
pending
had
denied.
3 no's.
I was a yes.
Yeah, so it was 3 no's, 1 yes, and I didn't know where Fuller Craft Museum was, but if it's in Brockton and we're saying Brockton's far.
It's on Oak Street.
Maybe
no,
I
okay.
just don't
Yeah,
think
you
of
got-
Brockton as far, but that's something I'll have to
No, I
take,
mean
take back.
no, it really is only like 10 minutes
I-
away. You're right.
I know,
But
Yeah.
I know, but it's supposed to be for Bridgewater.
Right.
And I don't think maybe I was taking as much consideration of that as making these decisions. So
right. I
I
mean
totally understand.
that's kind of the thing. I was thinking like it just from my own general standpoint, like if I had to go further than East Bridgewater, that was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's a little far out. I might.
Yeah, and I guess the reason I say this is only like I personally love the Easton Children's Museum. Like I love it so much. Like I used to go there when I was a kid. But like that's in Easton, and like Easton is probably further than Brockton
It
is.
is.
Oh yeah,
So
it is.
that
It is.
and
Yeah,
that, it
but they're,
definitely is.
Don't mean
The
to
Fuller
interrupt. Sorry, I'm
Museum
turning my
is-
Oh
mic on and off.
no.
They're holding
Yeah.
it in Bridgewater, so it's
Yeah.
through the Eastern, but they're actually going to be doing it through
Be
the
here.
library.
Yeah,
they're in the
yeah.
library. so.
Understood. That was all I was getting at. I think we're all on the same page with
Yeah.
it.
Okay. On to the next page. Music theory, songwriting, performance, Old Colony Correctional Center.
I am a yes on this.
I'm a yes.
Where is the Old Colony Correctional Center?
The
This is in
prison.
Bridgewater.
It's
Okay.
in
It's in
This is
Bridgewater.
the Bridgewater prison.
Okay. Okay.
I think this is, I'm just a big pro this, if anyone's on the fence. I just think this is great.
I'm saying yes.
Yep. I will say yes to this.
And Nora will say yes too.
Perfect. Unanimous. All right. 2025 New England Trumpet Workshop.
I was a no for this.
Okay, so this one was going to take place at Bridgewater State.
I had, my next one after the Old Colony was Mix and Music Open Mic.
Did I skip
That's what
one
I
of
had
them?
as, yeah, that's what I had as, sorry, I'm still no on that one, but yeah, that is what I have, 22.
Yeah, Kimberly Hill.
Kimberly Hill, yeah.
Oh, you know what happened? Okay. You're right. Kimberly Hill. Sorry about that. Okay. Mixing music, open mic, Bridgewater.
I had a guess.
At the okay, the community center, sure, why not?
Yeah, if they're utilizing the community center, I think that's a good one for me. Okay. KevTech Services Incorporated beginner technology classes.
Was this the one at the senior center?
Yes.
Yes.
I had put that I was a yes, but I'm a no on this. I just don't know why you would need $3,000 for this program, but I'm a no.
Yeah,
yes, but
I was thinking no on this again because it was one of the for-profit,
For profit.
Mhm.
and I didn't know how that. I mean, I know that helping at the local senior center, teach classes about smartphones and tablets, but I also don't know that that's, not something that people don't already
$3,000
get.
is a great. Yeah, that's so much. That's a lot of money for what they're
Yes.
saying they're doing.
Yeah, so I think I was going to vote no on this one.
Nora votes no.
I vote
Okay.
no.
All right. Handel's Messiah, Sing 2024.
Yes.
I'm a no.
I had a no.
I'll do a no.
Easton.
Yep. This was in Easton, so. Andrew Lewis, Friends present songs and stories from singer-songwriters 1960 to 1975.
I was a yes on this.
I said no because there was no confirming letter from the COA or library and no date listed.
Interesting.
I didn't notice that.
Okay.
I'm going to recuse myself because I know Andrew. I do.
Oh, is that that's not Andrew from Restoration Coffee, is it?
I believe. Oh, no.
We can always check up and follow up with him because I mean, when you
Yeah.
applied, originally, so we could follow up just to double check and see if he does have a location. And if he has a location and a potential date, I would say yes. So can we put him on pending?
Yes, I'm putting information gathering on that one.
Oh, it says the Council of Aging, but they don't have a date.
Right. Yeah,
But there wasn't a confirming letter from them.
Yeah. I'm just saying that they do have like where they hope that it could be.
right. So I think if we talk with Andrew about this and see, why he hasn't gotten that letter from them, if it's something that's just he hasn't done the legwork for it because he didn't know if he was going to get approved. I mean, I feel like people should go through with these things, but also, you gotta have money to do some of these things if you're a solo artist for some of these. So I can understand why probably not have all of the ducks in a row for that. So
I
put it
just
down for
remember
information
Tina
gathering.
telling us about the person that took the money and never performed.
Right. So this will definitely be a conversation. And we'll see where their heads at with that, and then we can figure it out. Okay, Make Me Brand New Valentine Upcycling Series.
I'm a no on this.
I was a no.
Nora's a no.
All right. Well, it's 3 no's, so I will go ahead and say pending denied on this one. Unless, Matt, do you have a good argument?
I it's shaky from me. I'm saying no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. On to the next. Baroque Pops, greatest hits of 1725.
I'm a no for this.
I said no, it's so far away. I think it
Oh,
was. in
Middleborough.
Plymouth.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a hike.
I'm a no for that same
All right.
reason.
All right. Museum of American Bird Art, Mass Audubon.
I'm a yes.
I
I
said
was gonna
yes.
say
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for the Audubon. I love birds, so
As am I,
yeah.
and as I am sitting in Hawaii, looking all these beautiful birds all around me. Yeah, I do.
don't humble brag too hard there.
Hey, you know what? I didn't mention it once, but I had to. But yeah, I absolutely agree. Selfishly very excited about the idea of those, and being in Bridgewater is just awesome. So I want to go on bird walks.
Fun fact for anybody who likes birds, this is just a crazy tangent. There's an app called Merlin that when you put it on your phone, it will, only when you command it to, record the sounds around you and be able to tell you which birds are in the area.
I've used it.
That's so cool. I'm downloading it right now. So thank you.
All right.
I literally have like a book next to my house, like, or next to my windows, with like, you can like look by like color for what birds are outside. I'm a dork for birds. I love that.
We have that giant Audubon book
Yep.
that, like, of all the watercolors.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, hip hop
So-
chair dance for seniors.
No.
No.
I was a no.
Wow.
Break a
Well,
hip.
the nursing home is closed.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't exist anymore. It's for sale.
Hey.
They can all go to the community center, the senior center dances instead. They're super fun.
Howard Newman, Knock on Wood, acoustic folk rock duo.
I was a no for this.
I was a yes.
Nora's a yes.
I'm a yes.
Uh,
So that's 3 yeses.
yeah. Did I would have liked to know, just, I didn't see where their dates were on this, and maybe I just missed that. But no cross country. All right. All right. Here's that mental health conference one
I'm
we
a
were
no.
talking about.
I'm a no.
For that. I think if it was open more to the community, but it didn't seem like it was something, it said that it only hoped to reach like 100 people, and it may just only be available to Bridgewater.
So
Not
it
Bridgewater
said that
State,
they
I
were
mean.
going to be at the Moakley Center. So I didn't think no right away for this. I thought perhaps a reduction in the amount requested. I was leaning yes, but sort of cutting down to less than 3,000. But I think that was 3 no's, so I'm going to think pending denied unless anybody else has any heartfelt arguments for.
Are we talking about, I'm sorry, we're talking about number 31, Mowgli Center Mental
Correct,
Health?
31.
Yeah, I'll put a yes to that, and we can
Okay.
maybe, maybe partial funding.
Matt, what was your vote?
I'm saying no.
No. Okay, so that was 3 no's. Let's say pending denied. Right. Notable blend chorus a cappella concert.
Yes,
I was a yes on this.
Nora's a yes.
Got it.
Okay. Easy peasy. Plymouth Philharmonic.
I said
They're $1
no.
million. I said no.
No, no for me.
Yeah, no, because they're not
It's
in
too
the
far.
area. Although I do love a good Philharmonic, so.
It doesn't.
To Life Celebrations in Story, Song, and Music. John Persino.
I was a no on this.
I was a no.
Yeah, this seemed very shaky on the where this was going to take place. I think I was going to ask for more information, but I have 2 no's. Nora, Matt.
I'm going to say yes.
In town school library.
Of course, I'm pending, a location and stuff and a date, but
Right.
it's small funding. It's $450. Maybe they could have them go up with the notable blend and do a double show.
So we're doing pending more info.
Matt, what was your vote on this?
I would agree with yes, pending more info.
Okay. All right. Information gathering. Outdoor sculpture. You Are Here, Jennifer Powell.
I was a yes on that.
I said no because I just didn't understand what she was going to do.
So I can give you a little history, not on this particular one, but the process that has to be followed with anything like downtown, because you get into issues with the historical
Mm-hmm.
council. I'm not sure their name, but the Bridgewater Cultural Council funded many years ago a statue by this guy that did this chainsaw thing, and he did it based on Stiles and Hart, and he developed a bricklayer, and it's about 6 feet tall, and it's been stored at the where they, the Department of Public Works or something. I think it's stuck in their office in a corner. It wasn't allowed to be placed anywhere downtown because they felt it wasn't in line with the theme for the town.
Oh.
So we'd have to verify that she's got clearance from them first, and then what she was going to do would have to be shown to them so they can, because they actually control that area. So you can't just get down and put something down there. But it's
So-
interesting. But
We
Yeah,
need
I
more
don't
info.
think I dislike this, and I do appreciate I grew up in a little town in Indiana, and the high school there was Bulldogs, so they put little bulldogs. Well, not little, they were probably like 4 foot tall, 5 foot long bulldogs all over the town with different paints on them. So I appreciate pieces of art like that, but I also understand that the Bridgewater Historical Society has kind of an epic reputation. I haven't been here that long, and I already feel their presence on a lot of things. So let's do pending information on this one.
Sounds good.
Right. Hadestown Teen Edition. I love Hadestown. That was a great musical.
Yeah,
I was a yes on this.
I was a yes.
Nora's a yes.
All right. I will say pending approved because that's at least 4. I'm assuming Matt says yes.
Yes.
Bridgewater Community Dance.
I'm a big yes on this.
I said yes.
Nora says yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Unanimous. Oops. Spanish class with tests.
I was a no on this.
I have no.
I'll go on the record with a yes, but again, a little more detail of the when, the house, and all that.
I
I'll say
was
yes.
leaning yes because one of my passions is learning new languages, so I think that behooves everybody. But Matt,
I would say yes.
okay, so we'll put information gathering on this one. That. Okay. Next one. Soul Homestead Education Center Cultural Enhancement Grant. This
I was a
one
no on this.
I said no.
Yeah, I was a no just because this was nebulous and it didn't really tell me a whole lot about what was going to happen.
We
Also
tend to,
seemed like it was
yeah.
part of a fundraiser on its own.
Well, I had no on it just because we
Okay.
do tend to fund them a lot. So
Okay. Pending denied on that one. South Shore Art Center Artist in Residence.
I'm a no.
I said yes.
Where is the South Shore Art Center?
The only listing I see is in Cohasset, but I don't know if there's another.
Yeah. That's a strong no for me.
Yeah, if we're saying places are far, Cohasset is the epitome of that for me.
All right.
so I Nora votes no just because of location.
All right. That is a fair no. All right. And that was that one. Last page. South Shore Children's Chorus class expansion
I'm a
in
no.
Bridgewater.
Yes.
I vote yes.
All right. I will say yes as well. Holiday Treat and American Postcards by Southeastern Massachusetts Festival Chorus.
I was a no on that.
I was a yes.
I'm saying no just because it's in Taunton.
And I will counter. I will go with you on that, Matt, and say no just because it's in Taunton.
All right, I will. I was on the fence with information, but I will go pending denied on this one because sounds like they have the votes for that. Okay. TIC Live Radio Theater Talking Information Center.
I'm
Um,
curious if anyone here is familiar with them because I love the idea of this.
I was gonna say I
Uh,
really do love like live radio theater kind of thing. I think that's really fun. I've been to a couple of those. But yeah, I didn't know where this was.
Yeah, where is it?
I had it as a no, but not because I don't like it. So yeah, agreed. Let's see. It shows Marshfield in the breakdown, but I don't think that's where it was.
So if I'm looking at Google Maps here,
Oh,
From
it
what
also
I've
had
read-
January. It had 2024 as the year. I think that's why I put it as a no.
Yes. But I think it was live radio for,
The hearing impaired.
no, for somebody that's blind.
Oh, blind. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. The hearing impaired. Yeah, thank you. Listening to things. Yeah, sorry. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
okay.
So that's why I thought it should be funded if they apply again for 2025.
I think this might have actually been Marshfield only because looking at how they plan to like advertise, they have WATD, which is their local radio station. So, and I grew up in Marshfield, and that's something that they would do often. So I'm thinking it might be Marshfield.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with my no.
Yeah, this is free service to the blind and low vision community. Yeah, I'm gonna say no just because it's Marshfield. It's really hard because that is something that I think everybody kind of does have access to a radio, but um
Well, I think we've had this before in the past, and we found that it's not really radio. It's like a booth that you can walk up to, and
oh,
then you can press. It's a talking information center. So you can you press the buttons or whatever, and it, you know, presents things. And in that case, it's, you know, probably has the live radio. I don't remember if it was the same one they did before, but it's an interesting one, and I'm just wondering why can't we have one here in Bridgewater?
yeah,
Yeah.
if they put something in Bridgewater like that, I would absolutely fund that.
So maybe we should contact them and ask them why we can't have something like that brought here.
Yeah,
And
we can certainly reach out for further, maybe figure out some different okay, so but for right now, that will be a no. Okay, so live music making history live, John Waterman.
I was a no on that.
I'm a no.
I'm going to say no only because there's a lack of information.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was leaning on the information gathering, so I'm gonna change to no and we'll say denied. All right, and the last one on the list was the Theft of Dignity Bridgewater presentation.
I
I
was a
said
yes
no.
on this.
There was no date or venue listed.
They said that they will take place at the library or other public venue within town.
Right. But nothing definite.
Right.
Maybe if we get more information.
Yeah. It's talking to teenagers about peer bullying. Huh. Okay. If everybody agrees, I think I'll put information gathering on that one, and we
Yeah.
can.
Sure, that sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see here. So if we knock off the deny, so let's do. So this was the original total of people asking, but if I just take these fields here. What we are currently looking at, oh, come on. It's not gonna. Hold that, and we will go back and do this. So if we kept all the values, oh, Microsoft, I love you. That was a cute move.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You can laugh at that. That was my own fault. Okay, so we're sitting at 45 right now. When I looked at a budget. I'm not sure if that was what we were actually going to get. I think we're at 22.
That's what I thought I saw on there, but
I
I
think
wasn't
it-
sure.
It's
If that
22.9.
It's
Okay.
22.9.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, I know something Tina had mentioned last week was that we needed to reach out to someone in regards to, or I needed to reach out to somebody in regards to how much was left over in the account.
yes, the Lori Guarini here.
Yeah, our town, you got to see the town accountant for that. And it's best if you can arrange to go in with them rather than over
okay,
the phone, and they'll walk you
I'm
through.
not back until the 6th. So the 7th would be the earliest I can go in there. So if anyone else is around or able to do that, but I'm happy to, again, I'm so close to it, I'm happy to. I just don't know what our time, how quick we
So
gotta turn around on this.
we don't have to turn around immediately on this.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
I think what we'll do is the next meeting I think is going to be the 11th.
Awesome.
So if you can get that information from there,
Yeah.
I
I absolutely can by then.
Okay. And then I think what we'll do next meeting then is kind of use that to adjudicate what values we want to associate per the dollar amounts and knock that down to the budget that we have.
Could I ask, just because I'm not familiar, so with this Lori Gordonini woman, does anyone know, like what area when I go into town hall? I guess I could just ask Tina when I go in there, but is it when you go in, like what area I would go into to be able to find her?
I'm pretty sure they're right across from the town
Like the other
clerk.
side
The
of
other
town clerk?
side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, go in and take
Thank
a
you.
left.
Okay, perfect. There's always just that moment where you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing right now when you walk in. Where am I supposed to go? Thank you.
Okay. So if we go to just the information gathering, we have 7. I can reach out to a couple of these. I don't know how we want to do this. Is there does somebody want to, divvy this up and we can all take a couple and do part of these lists, or does somebody have the time to do all of them? How do we feel about that?
Let's divvy them up. I don't know how time the average person has in the course of a day to make phone calls or even do emails. But
I am
many-
just not on the same time as everyone until I'm back. So again, if I'll take whatever is left over
I-
is what I'll say.
I think you get a pass this one time, just
Okay.
once for being in
Just this one
Hawaii.
time. Okay. But I'm willing. It's just even right now it's
No,
3
that's
o'clock
fine.
in the afternoon. Yeah.
You're going to be doing the treasury stuff, so I'm fine with that. That's not a problem.
I'm happy to do it though. If it's needed, I'm there. I can.
Uh,
Yeah, I agree. Why don't we just figure out how many need more information and then we can divvy it up between, I mean, Joyce has got to do the minutes and all that. So
okay.
you want to divide it up between the 3 remaining.
Yeah, we can do that. There
Okay.
are 7, so we can each get 2, and then somebody gets 1 extra.
I'll take the 1 extra.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, just go down the list here. So, Matt, do you want to do Black Hat Brew Works and Bridgewater Communities for Civil Rights?
Yep.
And I will take Andrew Lewis and John Persino. And then Nora, you can do the let's see, the last 3 on there: Jennifer, Julia, and Dennis.
Okay. Got him.
And what I'll do is I'll send out this spreadsheet with the column here. It's got the information saying pending, approved, denied,
Okay.
reach out for
Good.
ideas. I'll send this back out to everybody so that you have all the information on here again. And then in the meantime, if you want to sort of pregame this a little bit, what you could do is change the amounts requested. If you have sort of an idea or suggestion for that, feel free to change that value in there. I will keep sort of a master copy of this with the original values in it, so you don't have to worry about overwriting anything. And we can kind of meet next time and discuss what the values are for that. Does that sound good?
Okay,
Sounds perfect.
All right.
I'm really impressed we made it through this in not that long a time.
Yeah, hour and a half, not too bad. Does anybody have anything else they want to discuss, bring up?
I do.
Sure.
Okay, so just briefly, in Taunton every year since let me put it in the right order. We don't generally have something that the Cultural Council has been involved in for Halloween. And since you mentioned about it be cool to do something Halloweenish,
Mhm.
I'm wondering if like Taunton does this thing where they ask the businesses downtown to put up like a dummy, like a Halloween display of some sort. And they just, put it out in front of their store or whatever. But it's usually like like some crazy character they create, out there. And I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're pretty awesome. And it's short change to put them up. You're talking about somebody, putting up a scarecrow kind of thing with a special outfit on or something. And I don't think it would, wouldn't necessarily have to come out of our funding so much, other than to maybe we could offer a prize, like for the best display.
Ooh.
And we could ask if, downtown, we have to check and see if they'll let us do it like on the common.
Mhm.
Or, I mean, because then, you wouldn't want to have like only one store doing it and have one thing there. So,
Right.
Yeah.
so we could kind of spread the word out. Facebook is, I think, good enough for it. But, and
I
see,
love that, Nora. When I
and-
lived in
Yeah,
when I lived in
all
Quincy,
ages.
Milton would do something like that. I love that.
Yeah, I think that's a
So-
good idea.
So everybody just kind of come up with some thoughts and then how we can, get the word. We got plenty of time till next year.
Yeah.
And then we can use a little of our leftover administrative money to put together a little, some sort of little prize or something.
Yeah.
And So, just a thought out there, because I know every time I drive through, which isn't that often, but I always make a point to go through Taunton during Halloween, and it is really amazing some of the things they come up with out there. So, we could open it up to community members. It doesn't have to be just businesses, but
Mhm.
come up with something and, see how it, just a thought of like a starting point.
Would,
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds like a great idea.
would we
I
have to
agree.
check with, somebody in the town hall to get permission to have it put up?
Yeah, and I don't
I
think I don't think we'd have any problem with that, frankly. We had talked about doing a clothesline art show for year after year that never could happen. And it's just you run a clothesline through through the trees up there and stuff and have people display some of their local art out there. But we always
Oh.
ran into a problem like how you're going to protect it, security, things like that. So I'm
Oh,
thinking,
yeah.
so, we just have to think. I mean, not that I think anyone's going to go and bother it, but, so
Yeah, well,
we,
that poor Cindy Lou Who got taken last Christmas,
I
so you
know,
never know.
I know.
You
So
never know.
they did find the culprit though, or didn't it come back or something?
It came
I don't
back. I
remember.
think
Yeah,
they
it
were
came
like,
back.
if you bring it back, we won't say anything.
Yeah.
She was out there this year, so she's back.
Yeah. So, I mean, we
Um,
could, and it could be all inclusive, everybody, seniors, kids, high school students, businesses, and just kind of get something going with downtown a little bit that everybody could
I could ask them
participate
when I
in.
go in to
Okay.
talk with the financier. I could talk
Okay.
with them about I could just bother either Tina or anybody in there too, or Marilee or somebody about that as well. So
Yeah, I know, because Tina and I can't remember the assistant person, the
oh,
assistant
Josie.
clerk. Yeah, she's great. And you could, she knows like all the
She knows
personalities.
everything.
Yeah, all the personalities. So she could be able to come up with something and I
Yeah.
mean, we've never done anything like that in this town. So
I think that's a really awesome way to get people like, I mean, we have so much conversation around like vision to reality, all that happening. Like
yeah.
what better like kind of mentality than get those businesses wanting to be involved. So like, and also it's a beautifying of downtown kind of project as well. Like make it look cute, make it look
Yeah.
seasonal, make it look, I love that. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a great idea for almost any occasion. We could maybe, you know, obviously St. Patrick's Day coming around, all of those things. We can try to do that. One of the
my
places
birthday is in November, so please plan ahead for that one. So.
will do. Yeah, no, in one of the places I lived in Ogden, Utah, and they had a place called the Monarch, which was essentially an artist in residence, just sort of hall that they had a number of little stalls that people would run workshops, things out of. I kind of wish somebody would take the old town hall and do sort of something like that with that idea.
Right.
Again, the same sort of thing when I was a kid in Indiana. We had an old bank that was turned into an artist space, and I remember my grandmother was one of the artists there, and she used to do like pottery classes and all kinds of things. So I would love to
Nice.
see things like that sort of come to town.
Yeah. And so we need to kind of, instead of it just being like the library is the only place or the senior center is the only place, somewhere downtown where everybody, could
Well,
kind of,
Right.
we have the community center now too. Now
Yeah,
we have that
I keep
now we
forgetting
have that
that, yes.
community center.
Yeah, which
Well,
is
because it's
great.
so new. It's still
I
so
know.
new. So still
Excellent.
so it's beautiful.
All right. Well,
I love
I
that.
will know.
Thank you,
I
Noah.
will know. Thanks. Well, it wasn't really my idea. It was, our chair's idea, sort of. But
Well, still, it's
I'll
everyone
take the
was
credit.
I love
No,
it.
I'll hand that one entirely to you. I didn't come up with that all on my own. I just wanted something for Halloween because
You spoke it into existence, Theo. That's what you did.
I
There we go.
try to do my best. So
All right.
all right. Well, if that's that, I think we'll adjourn for the night, and yeah, just keep an eye out for my email with the spreadsheet, and we'll talk to each other in 2 weeks.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
great.
Good.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Bye,
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.